All right, here we go, podcast. We are live. It is week, I think, 16. We're like getting through
Wow.
this. It is September 9th, week 16, episode 16. Phil and Murk, we have a special guest this week, our boy Felipe.
A
What's up,
second
brother?
guest, actually.
Hey, how we doing? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for
coming
being here.
on.
Yeah, thanks.
Felipe is our resident, giving us the word on the streets from the ground in Boston. So he's in the thick of it right now.
The mean streets of Boston, that's right.
All right, so Phil, we were talking before this. So Phil's been building up to Felipe and I this this story, and you've been kind of difficult to contact today
Hey, what?
too. You've been
What'd you say?
difficult to contact.
Yeah,
today.
exactly. So the reason it's difficult to contact. So today I woke up, typical like Monday, up super late, like watching, I watched the end of the Sunday night football, and I don't know, I just went to bed late.
You said you were
Woke
watching
up.
tennis. You weren't even watching the game.
No, I watched tennis for the first half. Like literally when tennis ended, the Patriots Steelers was starting the second half.
Okay.
Tennis ended at like 9:30. So anyway, get up. It's like 10:15. Got to be at work at like 10. I'm like, oh fuck. Okay, like super late.
That's not gonna happen.
I just completely forgot to set my alarm last night. So
You sleep really late.
yeah. So I'm like laying there, and you do that thing where like you're like, fuck. Like I don't even know what to do. Like I'm just so late at this point. Like you're just like. So I just like email, I make up some excuse like, oh, I have an appointment that like ran late or something. And she's like, okay, whatever, just see when you get in. But I'm still like hustling to get into work. And you do that thing where you like, you touch both pockets, like wallet, phone, right?
Mhm.
So go to touch my right pocket, left my phone in my apartment. So all day I don't have my phone, which is like, who cares? But it's the weirdest thing. I don't think I've gone without a phone since I was like in high school. To not have a phone all day is like the most bizarre thing in the world. You just like keep like looking for it, and every time you like touch your pocket thinking it's there and it's not there, you like have a panic. You're like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot. It's like in my apartment. And everyone's like flipping out. Like I'm getting like an email from like a relative being like, I tried to text you like 3 hours ago, you didn't, because like everyone just expects responses like right away. So like I relaxed, like I left my phone in my apartment. And then today so I had ordered food for dinner. And to pick it up, you have to scan. They don't have like you just scan this like QR code, and then you just grab your food. So you don't have to talk to anybody. I don't have my phone, so I actually have to like go to the person and say like, so this person like clearly thinks I'm lying. He's like, who forgets their phone? Like it's like 2019, and we spent like 15 minutes. He was like, I don't even believe you, because like he was so confused. He was like, who forgets their phone? He's like, clearly you did not forget your phone. I'm like telling him the order too. I'm like, this is exactly what I ordered. Like I can see it sitting right there, and he's like, I don't know. He's like, this sounds like super shady. Like everyone has their phone. I'm like, no. Like, he's like, who forgets their phone? Like nobody forgets it. You forget it, you go back for it. I'm like, yeah, I just didn't. So I'm arguing with this guy for like literally 15 minutes in this restaurant because he won't. It's not even that he won't give me the food. He just like doesn't believe why. He was past the point of like not believing me. He like had my food in his hands. But he wouldn't. He was just like asking me a million questions, like, "How did you forget your phone? Why did you forget your phone? Like, who forget?" I was like, "Oh my god, this is so stupid. Just give me my like food."
He was probably fucking with you, right?
He was like fucking with me, but like he was also like, "This makes no sense," because like you're not supposed to like he's not supposed to give the food away unless you scan. And so he was like, for the first like maybe like 5-10 minutes, he's like, I don't know, like it seems super shady. Like nobody forgets their phone. Like it's just, and you wouldn't order either. Knowing that you
that's what I was gonna say. How did you even order the food?
Because I ordered it last night. It's through that Meal Pal, where you like pick your food.
Oh, I'm so confused.
Yeah, I know. Like what? I'm like,
What is going on?
Okay, this is like
You're saying it's work? I'm like, where does this guy work that it's like this?
Yeah. You're scanning codes. You can like scan your like wrist. You're like, beep.
Yeah.
It's like Westworld. I have it like embedded in my.
They get a chip on you and stuff.
Yeah, no, like I don't want to get super into it, but basically it's like this.
Like really weird like ways to order food. You can't just like call delivery or just go like get takeout.
It's like this New York City thing where you like scan it. If you pick your meal like ahead of time and then you scan it, you get like it's so stupid. But anyway, it was just the most bizarre day.
I was walking around.
Yeah. And everybody at work was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" You like couldn't believe I forgot my phone. It was like that's why I was making it out to be a big deal because everybody I would tell would just be like blown away. They'd be like, "Why don't you just go home right now? Go home at lunch and get your phone." And I'm like, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You're like, I don't even need my phone. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, what anything I need my phone for, I can do. Like, okay, like I can't get in touch with people, but like you're at work. Who cares? Like, it's so funny how much people panic, and then you just realize like, okay, you can clearly get by for like a day without it.
I don't understand how you forgot. How did you like go on the subway and not be like shit? Like immediately turn around, like because you were trying to play music or like read something or listen.
No, I realized it.
He was probably half asleep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized it when I was at my subway stop, and I like was like, I'm not gonna go back because I'm already late. I'm not gonna walk all the way back to my apartment, even if it's just a block. I'm gonna have to go all the way back up, get it. Like, fuck it. I'm just gonna try and make it through the day without it. But it was
Just really
like,
lazy. You can't just walk a block back to like
dude,
go to your,
I was
get your
like
phone.
90 minutes late for work. I had to be like, I was so like, you're like so panicked.
What's
too.
another 10 minutes at that point?
I know, and my boss was like, all right, whatever, just get here. Like she didn't care, but it's still like the feeling of like it just throws your whole day off when you're that late. You get in and like everyone's like looking at you like, okay, be like lazy as hell, show up like 11 o'clock and like you sit down and everyone's like, okay, like looking at you like, why is this guy like so late? I don't know, you just panic. You don't want to like you're like running to the subway and I just said fuck it. But like everybody I told to, my boss was like, yeah, how was the appointment? And then she's like, oh, I sent you an email, and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't get it because I actually don't have my phone up. She's like, oh, did it get stolen? I was like, no, I just forgot it. And everyone was like flipping out. Like 4 or 5 people were like so blown away. I'm like, okay, I guess it's like weird, but it's not that big of a deal.
2019. It
Yeah.
is weird. Well, there's a lot of people that even have their whole wallets in their phone now, so they lose it. It's literally they lose their mind over it.
Yeah, that's what a coworker said to me today. He was like, I'd rather leave my wallet behind than my phone. And I'm like,
Yeah.
crazy. Like, what's wrong with you?
Definitely. I used to keep my like wallet and stuff like connected to the phone, like you were saying, Felipe. But I stopped doing that because I was like, one day it's gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose my license and like my credit card and everything.
Right.
But I've definitely forgotten my credit card and license at home and like gone to work, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just like driving without a license for the whole day and just try to make sure I really like not speed and like drive perfectly.
Oh shit! Okay, we got to call the San Diego Police Department and report this.
Well, that sounds like that was quite the millennial 2019 story.
Yeah,
It's like a huge deal.
Yeah, it was.
When in reality, like you said, you're like, I just went about my day and it didn't matter. Like, I didn't need it. Like, you don't really need it.
No, for like the first hour or two, like you keep like panicking, like I said, every time you realize it's not there. And by like the end of the day, you're like, I just definitely just did not need the phone all day. Like, okay, like you missed text, who gives a shit? Like you can get your email online, everything you can do through the computer.
I will say though, like, because you take the public transportation, drive. Sometimes if I get lost, I don't think I'll be able to figure my way out. You know what I mean? Without my phone.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's
Like,
true.
or sometimes I just have it plugged in because of Waze, and it like tells me if there's a cop, someone, ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I definitely plug Google Maps in constantly. Like even just to go home, just could give you update for traffic, like you said, or cop or something.
Yeah.
Although fuck Waze, dude. Waze is terrible. I used Waze.
Right.
I used to use Waze. It would bring me on like the most whack like routes, and I'd be like, "This is
because you're in San Diego, probably. I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
you have to set it. Here. Wait, Waze is
It's up to the minute. Like the updates, it's on point, especially with traffic. I've avoided some like Mass Pike constructions just because of Waze. Like midnight constructions. Like, everything down one lane. Like I'm trying to get home quick, and it's just brutal.
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, I like Google Maps though, but dude, it would take me to be like, get off at this exit on the highway, and I'd get off, and it'd be like, get on the highway, and I'm like, you literally just told me to fucking get off.
It's got like a really bad
it takes so much time, and I'm like, okay, like this is ridiculous. It did it all the time, dude. It just did not work for me.
Technology doesn't like you, I guess.
Not to get down like this sidetrack, but can you imagine having to use a map back in the day? Like you get lost, you have to like thumb through a book and like you're like, oh fuck, we got to like figure out like Like in the Wild West, you got to like map out how to get to like the grocery store.
Definitely did do that. I mean, there was a time when I did that. I think when we first started getting our license, probably I had that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because high school, I feel like
Everyone had a
someone
map
like,
in their trunk.
Yeah, and then
yeah,
then you upgraded to MapQuest, and you'd be like, "Oh, great! I get to print it out and try to read." Like,
It was normal
right.
to ask people for directions. Like now, you stop people like, don't rob me.
yeah, don't kill me.
I'm not
Yeah.
ready for that anymore. Why are you coming close to my car?
yeah. um, all right, let's get into NFL. This is what it's all about. I mean, I gotta say, Philippe, you probably
My
feel this.
favorite topic.
You probably feel this the same way. Like winning the Super Bowl. Like Phil, you only have to experience this once, so.
Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah.
But you know that
Probably
feeling.
meant a lot more
That's
to you
already
though.
on their
But like you know that feeling, but you feel you could relate to this. But right now, I have the feeling like we won the Super Bowl because everything's about the Patriots. Everyone is obsessed with them. Everyone hates them. We signed the best player, like one of the biggest free agents who wasn't really supposed to be a free agent, and we kicked the shit out of the Steelers. And it's literally like inject this, like capture this moment, like in a bottle, and like keep it forever, and then like just slowly like inject it into your veins, like every day to be like, oh, fuck yeah, this is amazing.
But I don't even think that's from winning a Super Bowl. Like that's just like anytime your team signs like a big free agent and like starts off the season really well, you're just like you become the focal point. It's
It's not, but it's not even about like the signing. It's just like everything's coming up Patriots. It's like we celebrated the trophy first week, and the Patriots are just awesome. It's like it's just the best.
I can't like,
he
you
can't
know,
agree because it's not true.
I can't disagree with you.
All right, let's do that real quick because we're talking about AB. So, Felipe, why don't you give us what's your take? So, Patriots signed Antonio Brown, um, traded from the Steelers to the Raiders, pretty much forced his way out of Oakland. I think that's exactly what he did. Like he didn't
Yep,
want.
that was on purpose for sure.
Yeah,
So I think, I mean, it's kind of like it's hard to. You're kind of like stuck in between because in the fan part of you is like, let's go. You're excited for the player because you know what he can do. But at the same time, like the other part of you is like, this guy is kind of a douchebag, and he's done some crazy things that like no one has done before. Doesn't have a lot of respect for his teammates and his coaches, but I'm still like, let's go. At the end of the day, if there's one team that I can say will be able to manage him or anything like that, would be the Patriots. So if something goes bad, they're just going to cut him, and it is what it is. Like $10 million or $9 million to the Pats is nothing, and they'll just cut him and move on. And with or without him, they'll still make it to the Super Bowl. I feel like so. It's just adding it to like all the haters are just like they're boiling right now. They're just ready to explode, and they get a little like I feel like they get a little extra oomph out of that. So
yeah, very very good good point on the no respect part. That is pretty douchey.
oh yeah, I mean you can't do the things that he does and swear you're GM and punt the ball at him and call him a cracker and then just expect everything's gonna be cool.
Yeah,
So,
but now looking back, this was his plan all along.
there's that too.
When you're like, it's like senior year of like high school for him, where he was like, "Fuck, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm already like, moving on." His whole plan was just to get like, released, and he wanted to sign with the Pats. I think from the very beginning, like, or maybe it wasn't the Pats, but he had a plan from the beginning. He never wanted to play for the Raiders.
No, well, I think that the Patriots offered a first round pick. That was reported that they offered a first round pick to the Steelers, which is pretty insane because that means if you're going to trade a first round pick, that means you want to sign the guy like long term. And you can't even imagine thinking about signing him. Like this is definitely a 1 year thing. Like he's not coming back this year.
But it's hilarious that the Steelers probably were not accepting a trade from the Patriots unless it was like a huge win for them, right? Like the Steelers were not going to trade Brown to their rival. I mean, is that really a rivalry anymore? But like, they weren't going to trade Brown to the Steelers because like they want to beat or they weren't going to trade Brown to the Patriots because they want to beat the Patriots. So it's hilarious that he ends up there. Like he goes to the Raiders, like, all right, thank God, we worked. We got rid of him, but he didn't go to like our rival, and then he just ends up there, and they're like, "Fuck!" Now we're like,
I just think they wouldn't do it just because it's the Steelers. Like their fan base would have killed them if they traded Brown to the Pats. Even if it was 2-3 picks, I don't think they would have done it. So
no, that's what I'm saying. They could have blown him away.
I think Brown really wanted that, and I'm not shocked that he like forced his way out of Oakland. Like I'm not shocked at all because he really wanted to go to the Pats, and they weren't gonna make it easy for him. At the same time, it's still crazy what he did. Like no one had anything like that.
He's an asshole, but like
he's also set a precedent now, like for other players to do shit like this. So that's what I see wrong with this.
Yeah, but like, do you think other teams are going to deal with that? Like, I feel like
if the talent is there, if it's a player like him, oh yeah. I mean, look at it. No one has done like the things that like Zeke just did, and what's the
Mark,
other? Like everyone, like how many players in the past 2 years have done?
Well, Le'Veon did it last year.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit out, and it is what it is. Like the next person would just pick me up eventually.
But what's happening is like with Bell sitting out, Melvin Gordon sitting out. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves because like Eckler only had one game, but they're getting shown up by other guys. Like clearly, they sit out, and their hope is that like the team's gonna suffer with me sitting out, and then it's like, oh shit, James Conner's actually really good. So it's still a risk because like you could lose value if you sit out. Like I'm not saying Le'Veon isn't talented, but clearly the Steelers were like, hey, we got a guy who's almost as good, or close enough talent-wise that we can just say like, fuck off, and we'll stick with him, and you can go where you want. So there is a risk to it.
Yeah. They're following the NBA. Like, all these guys have planned this already. Like KD, Kyrie, Jimmy Butler, forced his way out of. He was a dick in Minnesota, and he comes to Philly, and he's like, woohoo! Like we got Jimmy Butler.
And then he forced his way out of here too.
Yeah. And you're like, yeah, dude. I remember when he's. The thing that I think is hilarious about Brown is the frozen feet. Like, you don't do that to be like, I'm going to do this so I can get cut. Like, that dude is an idiot. He definitely did something.
He went to France to do that shit, too.
That's where did he go that I know people who have done that, and they're so strict about, like, getting you out of there. Like, I think you can only be in there for, like, 30, 45 seconds, maybe, like, a minute tops. Yeah. So where was he where they were like, oh, yeah, he's been in there for, like, 3 hours? Like, like, what kind of place was he going to? It's such a bizarre story.
Like shoes, like special shoes.
I guess I don't know.
Have them on or something.
Yeah, so everything goes way.
Did you see the thing like on Hard Knocks? Did you see what his feet looked like on Hard Knocks?
Yeah,
I saw the picture.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Yeah, it was gross. Yeah. Like I don't know how you walk on that thing.
No.
It looked brutal.
But then, dude, I knew something was up. It's like easy to say it now, but the whole helmet thing did not make any sense.
Right. Well, it didn't make sense because he's
gonna retire. He's gonna retire. Yeah, definitely not.
But also, it's one thing if it happens in the middle of the season and you're like, all right, fuck this. I've worn this helmet for 10 years. I don't want to have to adjust mid-season. It's even before preseason. Just like go through warm-ups, go through OTAs, find a new helmet. Like how hard is it? Like you have 4 preseason games plus practices to find a helmet. There's no reason to sit out. You have plenty of time to find a helmet. It just made no sense.
But yeah, it was bullshit.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that he hired some like social media expert?
Yes.
Like help him to quickly get kicked out of the team.
Dude, how does that job exist?
Yeah, who the hell is that guy?
How does that job exist?
2019.
He's like, let's tweet at this moment showing you doing this, and this will work. And he's like, oh, okay, it actually worked.
Like,
I bet you he makes more money off of social media than he does football.
So I don't know if you guys saw this guy that Barstool hired. They hired like this kid out of college to like all he had to do was like social media for their gambling college football. So like just like tweet out shit about like how the games are going. And like this first Saturday, the kid goes golfing, and Prez, like the founder of Barstool's like, you're fired. Like we give you one job to do. Like you got to come here and like just tweet. and like just tweet on Saturday about like college football bets and like how games are going. And he's like, you go golfing at noon on a Saturday, like when all these games are kicking off. He's like, yeah, you're fired. Like, how do these jobs exist and yet like people still take advantage of it? Like, whose job is it to help AB or like it's crazy these what people get paid for.
Social media, like, dude, that is like a job though. Just think about how much when you do go on like your feeds, like when there's content constantly, like you got to be on that. Like you're not stopping, like working ever.
Yeah, but like how hard? I feel like all you'd have to do is it's like, oh, like you and I are texting and we have a funny take. All right, let me just tweet this out. It's like, does it really take that much work? I feel like if you're a sports fan, then it's just so easy. It's just like, oh, that's funny. Let me tweet it. It's not like you have to like write like 100, 1,000 word essay or something. It just seems so easy. Like you're always on, but like it's like, oh, hey, look, that was a bad cover. That sucks. There's like something funny, and then that's it.
You just got to be clever, and you got to be with the time, so know what's going on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Clever. You just gotta want to go viral somehow.
Just do something stupid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, AB. I don't know. Just to guess to wrap up the AB thing. I don't know, man. It's gonna be pretty sweet. I wonder how much he's gonna play.
I mean, it's gonna make for great, like TV. That's for sure. We'll see what's gonna happen.
And I think he told me, Felipe, like he's been silent since he tweeted like that he agreed.
Yeah, but I guess like this morning at like 7:57, he like Snapchatted a picture
Very
of the.
specific.
Yeah, no, seriously. 7 a.m. He Snapchatted a picture of like the entrance of Foxborough.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then people were already like in the media were just like, I can't believe he's already doing that. They're freaking out. They're like,
But
you can't do that. Bill Belichick won't let him.
How does the media hate this though? I don't understand how the Boston media doesn't like this move. Like, all right, who cares that he's an asshole? Like, are you not going to take
old school? So they're just like, I mean, they're old school Red Sox media people. They don't like anything that's different, and at the same time, they just feel like it's almost like they don't need it. You know what I mean? Like they don't believe that they need this extra thing to push them. They feel like the team is good enough where it is. It never needed like a superstar like this, even though like Moss, I feel like was one of those. But I guess that's why they're upset about it.
It's crazy.
I feel like the fans are, they're appreciating more.
Yeah, it's also I think like you said, they're not open to like change and they don't accept it. But like, dude, can you imagine what the locker room's actually like? Like, I know those guys go there, but everybody that's in there is under like 30 pretty much, except for like a handful of guys, and then Brady. They're just like shooting the shit on their phones all the time. Like, what do you expect? Like, it's not like Antonio Brown's really different. He's just really exposing himself more than other guys are.
And Josh Gordon is there, a guy who, like, as bad as Brown was, Gordon hasn't been able to stay in the league. So maybe his like antics weren't as bad, but it's not like Gordon has been some upstanding citizen either. And I mean, are they okay with that? I don't know.
But look at Brady's social media, dude. He guy posts like nonstop, like insane videos. He's posted a video of himself throwing football to himself. Like,
how would you like rip your daughter off a cliff, like throw her off a cliff and like almost kill her?
Yeah, he does a ton of social media, but he's not an asshole about it. But he does like it's like me, like I'm amazing, and it's like, well, yeah, but he's on it too. It's not like no one does it, which is kind of like.
I mean, Edelman and Brady, they love it. They're on it all the time. Even Brady. Even though Brady's kind of like really subtle with it, but
I mean, Edelman let them carry around the documentary team around like his rehab. I mean, he wasn't like in the stadium, but it's still like Belichick knows that's happening. Belichick is like, yeah, sure, you can do that. He asks them, signs off on them.
But the thing is, there's a system in place where like no one's gonna fuck up because you're gonna fuck up a good thing. Where if it's like the Browns, then it's like, okay, we're not winning here anyway, so like, who gives a shit? Like, you don't want to be the guy kicked off the Patriots. But if you're playing for like the Dolphins and they're like, oh, like you tweeted something, everyone's gonna stay on their best behavior relatively because you want to win.
Such a level of respect for the Patriots and Belichick and Brady. People just like, yeah, this is how it is. This is what I want to do. And then I
think the biggest thing is like when people get kicked off, you don't hear anything about it. Like they're silent.
Yeah.
They don't talk about why they got kicked off or if it was bad. A couple people did, but most of the players that when they leave, they just stay silent.
Yeah.
Because you fucked up. Like if you can't make it on that team, then where are you gonna make it? You're gonna end up making it on being not even making it. You're gonna end up being like a roster player on some terrible team. It's like that's your last chance.
Yeah.
It's like this is like one of the perfect situations for guys like that to succeed because there's a lot of structure in place. It's not like they're going to the Browns. It's like so yeah, if you fuck up, that's it.
Just call one of the coaches and be like, yeah, he's not going over there.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. It's like.
All right. Predictions for his stat line for the year, Felipe.
Oh God.
That's tough.
Hot takes. All right,
what?
here we go. All right, here we go. What's the take?
Overall, what do you mean? Like yards, touchdown?
Catches, yards, TDs. Yeah, just for the regular season, I guess.
I don't think he'll get 100 catches.
You do?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's like, yeah, it'd be insane.
I think he'll get 85-ish.
That's pretty high.
I mean, I feel like they need to feed him a little bit, but we'll see.
Brady's gonna beat it, that's for sure.
Over 1,000. And they 8 touchdowns. That's good.
I think that's Phil.
He wants more
than that. I'm going.
Oh, Super Bowl, yeah.
You're talking just regular season, right? Not like.
No, Felipe, we were saying what more than that is Super Bowl, right? Is that what you're gonna say?
No. I feel like he will have more for the whole season, more yards, more catches.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's had 100 catches for the last 6 seasons or whatever.
Yeah. I'm going 110, 1,300, 10.
Oh shit, 110? What?
I'm just looking at the last time he played. Last year he only played 15 games, so I'm looking at it. He's going to play the whole season. He had 104, 1,300, and 15 last year in 15 games.
Yeah, that's what he's going to play this year. Play 15 games.
Yes, I think he's going to get to 110. It's probably a little high, but I think
if that happens, then that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a huge year.
All right.
Because I think he wants to prove something too. I think he's like, fuck you. He wants to go. He knows that the Patriots are villain number one. So this is where he wants to be. He identifies with that mindset. He wants to be the villain. So I think he's just going to go off.
And he'll be a free agent, and he'll go pick wherever the hell he wants to go, wherever that may be.
You don't think he'll come back? If he goes off for, let's say they go 14-2, win the Super Bowl, and he has 100, 1,200, 10, they're not bringing him back? How do you not bring him back?
For money.
Well, I think they had an option. They had an option for $20 million, but I think that was probably a player option. He's not going to take it.
No, that's just to make cap for the year. That's all they did that for. They got to avoid.
Okay, what does he have to do for you if they don't win the Super Bowl, but he has a monster year and they get to the AFC Championship game? Are you still
he comes back at it?
There's no way you're bringing him back.
It would be great to have him back, but it's never happened to Patriots. That's the thing.
Right. They don't pay like that, and he's gonna want to get paid.
He's gonna want $15 million a year. I mean,
he's gonna want multiple years. He's not gonna just want 2 years. He's gonna want 4 years.
Yeah. I just saw Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins makes $20 million a year. It's dude, Antonio Brown's much bigger.
Sammy
Watkins, 3 and 66.
What is that?
Julio just became number 1 now.
Yeah, wasn't it 60 million or something? That was insane.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, Patriots aren't going to do that. All right, let's quickly try to go through a quick recap of the week 1, and I'll put in our bets. So for our picks, Phil, week 1, you won 8-6 on the picks.
Okay.
So we'll keep a running tally of that. You took the Rams. And which I had the Panthers, and then I forget who the other one was. I think
man, the Panthers suck.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. The other game. Anyways, but yeah, you had that one. So
off to a good start.
Thursday, Green Bay at Chicago. Trubisky's terrible.
Oh yeah.
Anything else? I mean, he's horrible.
Nah. It's kind of sad because their defense is nasty.
Yeah. I don't know. Trubisky last year in the playoff game against the Eagles looked a lot better than that. I don't think he's that bad. As bad as he looked on Thursday night. I think again, it's this situation where we saw a lot this week, where guys don't play in the preseason, and they just need like that first half or that first game to get like the rust off. I think he'll be better than that. They're not that bad.
That's fair.
Because that was horrible.
Yeah, but the Packers were like terrible too. Like Aaron Rodgers wasn't much better. That game sucked. That was like,
yeah, good classic rivalry, right? Oldest rivalry in sports. Yeah, I heard like, what was the last Green Bay Chicago game where you were like, oh yeah, remember that game? Never.
But it's still a rivalry. It's been like they played 99 times. Like I don't get the hate for that rivalry. Like Green Bay's won Super Bowl, Chicago's been good. Like it's not like it's like the Dolphins Jets.
They've never really been good at the same time, though. I think is the problem. Like really good.
I don't know. I can't verify that.
Yeah, no one cares about the game. Tennessee, Cleveland.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
They got their ass kicked.
Kind of deserve it, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Like Baker needs a little humility, you know.
Yeah, I think it could be good for them though.
Yeah.
It's all going to blow up in their face, too. Apparently, my friend is working in Ohio. He's working out in Akron. And he's like, the media there, the sports radio, is losing their minds. They're like, the season's over. They're like, that was a must win. They're already calling week 2 now like another must win. He's like, it's so funny. They're just like, here we go again. I
will say, I never understood the Freddie Kitchens signing. Like, I just didn't get that.
That's what I was saying last week. I said that I agree with you 100%. Who the fuck is that guy?
I don't. I think they said that Baker Mayfield likes him, and that's why they put him on as the head coach.
Yeah, be the offensive coordinator and actually hire a real coach.
Yeah, but teams don't learn.
They had 18 penalties.
That's horrible.
It's insane. But I think it could be good for them. They got their ass like handed to them, and it's like, yeah, remember you actually have to play the games. You can't just like win them on the score.
Actually, the Titans are not bad either. I think they're gonna be good this year, so we'll see.
But isn't that a weird? The Titans aren't bad, but they're also like, I feel like they're just super random. It's like, how do you get blown out by the Titans? Like all this hype. That's like I think like one of the worst teams to, not the worst. Obviously, it's been like the Jets or the Dolphins, but like, I don't know. The Titans are like, they may be a better team than people give them credit for, but like, all that hype, you can't let a team like that blow you out.
I think they're hard to pick the Titans. Like unless they're playing a really bad team, it's like, how do you gauge if they're going to be great or they're just going to suck? Like they beat the Patriots last year. They killed them. It was like, that was random.
Well, they're not consistent. Yeah, that's the thing with them.
Yeah.
They almost got to the AFC Championship.
Secondary is legit, though. You know?
Who?
The secondary. The Titans secondary.
Well, they have all the old Patriots. That's why.
Yep. That's why.
Logan Ryan's good. Malcolm Butler's okay, but I think Logan Ryan's
good. He picked him up. Did he have a touchdown? He picked him up?
Yeah, to pick 6, yeah.
No.
All right, Baltimore at Miami. I mean,
is Baltimore that good or is Miami that bad or neither? That's the question.
Miami's going to go 0-16.
Yeah, I think that's definitely
They might.
There's definitely
they look just brutal. And the players already gave up. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
But like they're all giving up to try and get Tua. It's such a bad strategy, especially in football. Because like basketball, I feel like you can tank a little bit because there's more guarantee that like at least like the top 2 or 3 guys will be good. Football, it's like so hit or miss. Like you're gonna tank the whole season for him.
It's the whole like Andrew Luck thing. Like they're gonna tank for top quarterback, but then you have no lineman to protect them. So like, what's the
yeah?
You know,
what guarantees it'll even be good?
It takes so long to rebuild in the NFL. I mean, I think it makes sense, honestly, rather than be like kind of middling. But like I was telling you this week, but like Flores is going to be fired in like 2 years. Like there's no way he's going to be their coach. Like they're going to wait till like some random guy, like college coach, like big name becomes available, and then he's the guy. Like they'll want someone to do the Tua or what's his name, the other dude from Clemson,
Trevor Lawrence.
To really like mentor him. I don't know. Anyways, they suck. Yeah. Atlanta at Minnesota. Patriots killed Atlanta. Atlanta's dead from the Patriots Super Bowl.
They really are. The Atlanta fucking terrible.
Like I don't think Matt Ryan is a good quarterback. So
well, I said this to you the other day. The Patriots like mortally wounded them, and then the Eagles like just finished them off because they lost
that's true.
The Patriots horribly. they get back to the playoffs the next year. They have 4 tries from the 5-yard line to win the game, and they can't. Those back to back.
And whatever happened to Freeman? He was like nasty a couple of years ago. And then he just disappeared.
Oh my god!
Isn't he on your fantasy team?
I know. It's horrible.
You guys watching the Monday night game?
-1. Hopkins is.
I'm watching the Monday night game. I want to delay that. We have 50 seconds left.
Yeah, you're. Oh, I'm not gonna say anything, but
Watson, or how's our MVP odds doing?
Battle of MVP right here. We have Watson and Breeze. Watson coming through a little bit right here.
Oh man. All right, so we'll keep watching that in the background. Buffalo at New York. Hilarious at the Jets. Jets are terrible.
Oh, what a throw!
Are you both on delay?
I just watched Hopkins have a ridiculous catch.
I guess I'm a little ahead of you guys. You're going to watch a nice touchdown coming up.
Oh, yeah, that's what I just saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're all watching it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wait.
That was a nasty throw, too.
Wait, did you?
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's a flag. I can't say anything because Murk's on a delay.
I just saw it. Kenny's.
No. But wait till you see what happens next. Oh my god.
Oh my god! What the hell? This is great radio.
That's not good.
Oh, he took his helmet off. He took his helmet off.
Is in the team that's playing against me right now. I'm done anyway.
He took his helmet off.
No. Wait.
Watson
just got I'll stop talking about it.
Yeah. Oh my god. We're gonna let
Okay, let's keep while this is playing. 27-7.
Talk about at one point because they're horrible.
Washington at Philly. Buffalo at Jets. Real quick. Buffalo at the Jets.
Joke and a joke. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, it's both terrible.
You missed an extra point.
Yeah, but
actually, Sam Darnold in the beginning looked good, but then
the flag.
Yeah.
He gets another chance at the extra point. Yeah.
Washington at Philly. Anything from that?
I mean, Philly took the first half as like a preseason game. They were down 17-0 or 20-7 at the half, but like everyone was flipping out, saying like, "Oh, the season's over." It's like, okay, calm down. It's like one half. They were like, fine.
I was surprised, dude. I thought they were gonna lose, and I was like, "Holy shit! Like, what's happening here?"
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't worried. They look so bad, and you're like, okay, just like get back on track. Deshaun looks like a revelation now in Philly. Like I don't know if we'll keep this up, but
oh yeah,
Webb loves him now. The guy, it's like the weapon he's never had.
Yeah, Felipe, why didn't you start him?
I mean, did you expect him to do what he did?
Oh, you have Deshaun?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good for you this year.
I mean, he just went off. I didn't expect it, but.
Yeah, I didn't expect it either. I kind of like wasn't sure what to expect with Jackson. I
definitely sure like one touchdown, but not what.
Yeah, even throughout the whole year, like I liked Deshaun, but you just never know with him. Like I would not have been surprised if he had like 700 yards the whole year. You just don't know. But
his thing is like big plays. He
makes which they haven't had.
Plays.
Yeah.
But yeah, they look good. I'm fine with that win.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to be good. Eagles are going to be real good. I don't know about their defense, though. Give them a lot of points.
No, defense looked good yesterday. I mean, they look a little shaky. Like the first, just nobody was on. They didn't play any starters the entire preseason, so it just took a half. The defense will be fine.
Yeah, I'm dropping them in fantasy, so you can pick them up.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So grab them right away. Make a really bad
fan. Rams at Panthers.
Well, no Super Bowl hangover, I guess.
I watched that game. I was shocked how many passes like Cam Newton he cannot hit his receivers. Like
yeah, you're saying that.
Like I was watching receivers that were 3 yards apart from the defensive back, and he still couldn't hit them. Like they were right open. So
it makes me very nervous as a Cam Newton owner in fantasy.
No, I think he'll be all right.
He had 6 points.
Yeah, I think he'll be. I don't know. It's like How many quarterbacks would you rather have than Cam? I'm not saying that there's probably a lot, but is it like?
I was gonna say there's a lot.
Yeah. There's probably a lot.
He's not
But he's
bad.
not like he's like a top 10, right? I mean, are there?
Yeah, but he's not gonna win you a title. Like he's just, I don't know.
No, not unless he has the season he had like a couple years ago.
Like even when he got there, he played terrible in the Super Bowl.
Where's Gurley? That's my question. Like, they just
He's-
not anymore?
He's messed up.
Yeah,
I think he got some knee issue or something.
I think so. There's no way he doesn't have a problem. You see, what's his name? Jay Glazer, who always seems to be right, said that they have no idea. The Rams have no idea what they're going to get from him.
It's like a lack of explosion, or I don't know what it is. It's just he's just flat. You see him running, he just doesn't look right.
No.
Yeah, I
And
think it's
dude,
worse than they're letting on.
Had the whole offseason to like prepare yourself and get healthy and you still look bad. Not good. Casey at Jacksonville.
I felt bad when Foles got hurt.
I did too, actually.
That hurts. Because for not even from an Eagles fan perspective, not just that from that perspective, but for a quarter, you were like, wow, Jacksonville, Foles is going to be very good for them, and then it's like, okay, no, he's done.
Yeah, it's be exciting to see someone new for Jacksonville because Blake Bortles is just horrible.
Horrible, and you actually see a quarterback and one that you obviously are rooting for, doing well. You're like, oh wow, this will be fun to watch, and it's like, oh no, here comes Mishnu.
Yeah, who lit it up, by the way. But
yeah, he actually was pretty good. But
and Tyreek Hill, dude, he's actually injured. That kind of sucks.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't really like that bad about that one.
Sucks for me.
Yeah, I mean, Mahomes looks good. Mahomes looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he was going to regress. I still think he'll regress a little bit from 55 touchdowns or whatever he had, but still,
yeah,
that offense is. And you were right about McCoy. I thought McCoy would be an afterthought there. The guy had 80, 90 yards,
no.
a touchdown.
I knew he was going to be good.
I did not. I thought he would be horrible.
Especially with a team that has a threat, as the wide receivers and stuff like that. Like in Buffalo, he was the only dude. He was the only guy. There had no one else, so everything fell on him.
Yeah.
But then they drafted the kid Singletary, and they let McCoy go, and you're like, wow, if they're letting McCoy go, either they have a lot of faith in this rookie, or they have no faith in McCoy. They clearly, I guess they just have a lot of faith in that rookie because McCoy he looked great.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get a new culture in on that Buffalo team. He was from Rex Ryan days, so I think he's gone. That's why. Colts at what's it called? Chargers.
I was glad to see the Chargers win. I think Murk, you were texting me the Chargers always lose games like this. This team is always pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you remember a couple of years ago? They lost 7 games by less than 3 points. That was not only a playoff team but a very good team, and yet they were 6-10 because they just kept losing games by 2 or 3 points.
It looked like they were going to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always do. They always
but what's his name? Eckler played well.
Shit, I thought that was gonna be. Sorry, the Saints just kicked the game-winning field goal. I thought that was gonna be redemption for the failed pass interference to have that to lose that game.
Well, did you see the refs fucked him over earlier in the game? That was hilarious. The Saints.
No.
What?
There was they were going for a field goal at the end of the first half, and the refs decided to review if the catch was in bounds, if Breeze's throw to Michael Thomas was in bounds, and it was. And then when they came back, they're like, okay, it's a 10-second runoff. And the Saints were like, we didn't want that getting reviewed. You reviewed it just to see. And they're like, no, it's 10 seconds off the clock. And I was like, here we go again when they're getting fucked by the refs.
It's amazing, dude. 37 seconds. Breeze had 37 seconds in a touchdown. And that's all you need. You get him in field goal range. It's good.
Yeah. I know you guys are probably going to disagree. I thought Brissett looked decent. I thought he looked like a type of quarterback who can get by for the year.
I mean, he didn't throw a pick, so that was good, right?
Yeah. He's not luck. But I'm all right, he looks okay.
He looks like someone that can manage, the time.
Yeah, he looked like Alex Smith. Maybe a
exactly.
Alex Smith. He'll manage the game, but he's not going to put up great stats.
I don't know. I just think he's going to be bad. I just don't have trust in the whole season of him. because he played like a whole half season before.
By the way, do you guys know that he doesn't have an agent? And like he did his like
Yeah,
whole.
I heard that.
Is
He
he
got
like?
a lot of money. I was actually impressed.
Is he super
Yeah.
smart? Did he? Where did he go to? Or is he just like, I don't fuck it. I don't want an agent.
I don't know. He's just his own agent. I guess I don't know.
Sort of like his uncle. It's always like an uncle or something.
He got 30 million. I don't know what he did.
Who is this? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's always like an uncle or like a cousin.
Yeah. Or like his friend from like the streets. He was like, "Yeah, I'll manage you."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maverick Carter.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Here we go. Antonio Brown debut. Oh wait.
All right. Bengals at. Okay, I was like, "What are you talking about?" Bengals at Seahawks. I don't really have a take on this game.
I had Seahawks in my survivor pool, so thanks for playing like shit and barely winning. But yeah, it was whatever.
Bengals didn't play that bad actually.
No, but aren't they like one of the most like they're like the Mariners of the NFL. They're like the most irrelevant team. Like you just like forget they exist. They're never good. They never win like a playoff. You're like, oh yeah, Seattle Mariners are like a team.
They're just always in the middle right there. They're never at the bottom.
Yeah.
They're never at the top.
There's always teams like that in every sport, like the
Just plateau
Timberwolves.
every year.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, okay, yeah, they exist and they'll be there for like a little bit. Marvin Lewis was there for like 45 years.
Like I bet you some people didn't even know who their quarterback is. You know what I mean?
I was honestly surprised it was still Dalton. Like when they cut it on a red zone, they're like, oh, look at this touch. I was like, wow.
He threw 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's like somewhat decent, and like we just forget he exists.
Then he'll like throw like 4 picks the next game.
Yeah. I mean, that's like when you're committed to mediocrity is when you're like, yeah, we'll sign Andy Dalton to like a 6-year extension, and you're like, it's like sometimes he's great, sometimes he just really sucks, and it's like that's okay.
Yeah, or you just sign Marvin Lewis to like a 90-year contract. He hasn't won a playoff game in 15 years. It's like, okay, clearly time to move on. Like how many years are you giving this guy as coach?
Giants at Cowboys. Cowboys smoked them.
Yeah, Dak definitely looks like he's playing for a contract.
Love seeing Eli get his ass kicked. He gets sacked pretty good. I'm trying to like roll out. See that roll out? Tried to roll and like do a juke. And it was like, dude, no.
And
How
they
many
totally
games
shut down
before
Parkinson.
Jones starts or whatever?
It's a good question.
I don't know, dude. I feel like they could keep Eli the whole season just because.
If he loses 3 games in a row, they'll start him.
The talk here is already to go to Daniel Jones because it's funny.
Yeah.
After the draft, Giants
What's the
fans
point?
hated him. And now Giants fans love him because he was good in the preseason. He had like an all-time preseason. So they already want Daniel Jones.
But it's like, what's the point of like drafting this guy and you're not going to play him? Like, I think the theory of QB sitting on the bench is kind of gone out the window because we've seen so many young quarterbacks come in and play really well.
Yeah, but you can't bench Eli. That's the thing. You can, but it was like you're not going to. He's like a legend in the eyes of the Giants. So you're not gonna sit him for a rookie.
Or especially after last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
Odell drama.
Detroit.
That actually ended up being like one of the best games of the weekend, even though of course it hilariously ends in a tie.
I didn't even watch that.
Kyler Murray looked good at the end.
He did.
Yeah, random game. San Francisco, another random game. San Fran, Tampa. I thought it was at. I thought it was at San Francisco. Actually, that's crazy that they lost at home.
Dude, it's just too terrible.
I mean, it's Tampa.
That's even worse. I thought it was in San Francisco.
No, it's in Tampa.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I was way wrong on that.
Garoppolo.
Is another one that's going to be out of there real soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's terrible. And then top it off, Pats at Pittsburgh at New England. I mean,
that was all right.
Definitely concerned about the offensive line though. Like if they Sony Michel didn't do shit. In Pittsburgh, it's like a decent line, but if like they can't run, it's not good. Like they were so bad last year.
They still like protected Brady pretty well though.
Yeah, what I don't get is, and so I didn't see much of the game. Like I didn't tune into the second half, but
yeah, but you watch tennis instead. What you watch,
hey, men's final, much more exciting than a 30-3 game. I mean, you had the.
Why does it play so late? Tennis at like 10 p.m. at night.
No, it started at 4. It was a 5-hour match. It went to like it went. Yeah, it was like an all-timer. It was like a great match.
It's like in Europe. Was it in Europe?
No, it's in New York. It was the U.S. Open final.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it went forever.
Story.
It
Story.
went for like anyway.
And that was tennis.
What? Yeah, and
And
that's
that was
tennis.
tennis.
You had the whole offseason to plan with not having Brown and Le'Veon, and like you come out and score 3 points. I don't get that.
Yeah.
Like how do you come out? I'm not like okay, I get the Patriots defense is apparently like revamped and very good, but like 3 points? Did they score? They scored 3, right? It was 30-3.
Yeah.
I don't get how that happens.
They could have had 7 actually, but they went for a field goal.
It was on the 1 yard line, right?
1 yard line, dude. Like talk about like right there when that happened, I was like, that's it. It's over.
What was the score when that happened?
It was like 17-0.
Yeah, I think it was like 17 or 20 to nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, we'll just kick a field goal." It's like, what?
What does that do?
You know, like just go for it.
See, all right, here we go. I'm gonna make a hot take here, but that I think is why, like the Eagles yesterday were down 20-7, first drive of the second half. It's 4th and 1, and they're at the Redskins 30 or their own 30, and Peterson's like, we're going for it. It's like that play backfires, they probably lose that game, but that's like the aggressiveness that the Steelers need in that moment. Like Tomlin clearly is just like not that great of a coach. Apparently, I thought Tomlin was I liked him as a coach, but like he just seems like totally lost at this point.
He's above average.
Yeah, especially like versus the Pats. Like you got to do it. Like you got to be aggressive. That's why like Philly won against the Pats because they were aggressive. Like if you're gonna beat the Pats, you got to be aggressive. You can't just hold back because you know the Pats won. So
yeah,
right. And do you think I don't think McVay did that last year?
Nah, he choked.
Yeah,
I think
froze.
like Peterson put the playbook out there, like this is how you beat them, and I don't think that McVay bought into that, or the Steelers apparently.
Yeah.
The question is, while we're on the Pat Steelers, is there like a game coming up where you're like they're gonna lose? Like what's prediction for the rest of the season? Assuming Brown stays healthy, like assuming nobody gets hurt. Like what are the games where they?
All right, I'll go through the schedule real quick. It's
I know the first 8 weeks is like easy.
At Dolphins, home Jets, at Bills, at Redskins, home Giants, at Jets, home Browns.
Okay, so those are all wins. Those are all like easy wins. So it's gonna be hilarious when they play the Browns, and the Browns are like 8-1 at that point too, and it's like the game of the week. But
yes.
those are all wins. Okay, they play Philly this year too. Actually, that's crazy. I forgot.
Yeah,
that.
At Ravens, playing at
Ravens might be tough actually.
At Baltimore, at a night game, that's always kind of tough. They've won, I think, most of the time, but that's always like a tough game for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
At Eagles will be a difficult game too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Home Cowboys will be tough.
So the second half is tough.
Yeah, at Texans, home Chiefs.
Okay, they have a tough schedule. They're not going 16-0.
And then at Bengals, home at Bengals. That's hilarious. I forgot they were playing at the Bengals. Home Bills and home Dolphins.
So like 13-3.
End the season well.
Just a nice little tune-up at the end of the season. I mean, I could see them losing to the Browns, Ravens. Definitely not losing to the Eagles, Cowboys.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll lose to the Browns.
No, I don't think so.
No.
They could lose.
I don't know. I think the Browns are terrible. It's hilarious, but I want to see what the Browns do. There's so much talent there. I don't know. The Browns could be good at going into that matchup.
Yeah, you're super high on the Browns. I think 13-3 at a minimum. I think for the Pats. Like, there's no way they're 12-4. I think.
Yeah.
Unless there's some crazy injury or something. All right. Any other hot takes? Week 1. I'm not going to cover the game we just watched because we kind of watched it.
Hold on a second. My charger.
Week 1. Oh yeah. Week 1 overreactions. What are we not going to overreact to? New segment.
Oh yes, a new segment. What are we not going to overreact to?
Phil.
We're not going to overreact to the Ravens being this good. I think the Ravens are good. I don't think they're 59-10 good. Like I think the Ravens are going to be a clear playoff team.
What are you talking about? They're amazing. Lamar Jackson's the shit.
yeah. Okay. Have fun living in DC. Didn't know you lived outside of Baltimore.
Manny.
Yeah, I think they win the division, but they're not that good. Miami's awful.
Yeah. So is this a sarcastic segment? So you are going to overreact and say that they're
no. I'm saying like, okay, what's something that everyone's going to overreact to, and like we're going to talk about, but like you're going to say like I'm not going to overreact to it.
Yeah, that's fair. Felipe, what do you think? What do you got?
I mean, My thing was definitely the Ravens thing, the Lamar Jackson. That he's a quarterback. The heck was that?
What the hell is this?
Someone is playing games on their phone.
Just a clown show?
Well, it's impressive. You knew that was a game. Holy shit.
Well, I mean, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it was. It was. I opened a tweet. It was some game. Anyway, you're saying the Ravens too?
I just don't think he's gonna throw 5 touchdowns every game.
No, but I love Lamar Jackson.
He was playing against Miami. I mean, literally, probably gonna be the next Browns for like the next 2 or 3 years. Like,
Yeah.
So
it's hilarious. They wanted to make Lamar Jackson a wide receiver. That's hilarious.
No one wanted to do that. They drafted him as a quarterback.
No, but they wanted going into the draft. They're like, he should enter the draft as a wide receiver. They thought nobody would take him as a quarterback.
Yeah, but that's all. Yeah, no one
Which
knows.
is hilarious now. The guy's like, probably gonna be one of the better quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
Think that?
What?
You think
Yeah.
you really think that?
Top 10, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, heard it here first.
Mark
No one's
Davis,
talking about Lamar Jackson except us.
Mark Davis, you look like a ghoul. Look like the ugliest guy ever. Look at this guy.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The Raiders owner? Did you see him on the sideline? Oh, you're on a delay.
Davis?
Yeah, he cuts his whole hair.
He looks fucking terrible.
That's all right, dude. He saved money. That's how he bought the Raiders. He cut his own hair.
The metal bow and just go.
Yeah.
He saved up enough money he could buy the Raiders.
All right, so what are you not overreacting to?
All right, here we go. John Jacobs? Jonathan Jacobs, our Rookie of the Year bet.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year pick.
I'm not going to overreact to. What was I going to say? Oh, Cleveland. I think they will be good. I think they will be better.
That one too. Yeah.
I don't think they'll win the division. I think they'll be a wild card, though. I still like Baltimore to win the division. I think it's good they got their shit kicked in 1 week to really. They just have too much talent. I think. I think Kitchens is terrible, and they'll lose some games that they shouldn't lose, like week 1. But they're gonna have games where Mayfield throws 400 yards. Odell has a huge game. Chubb has a huge game. Defensive guys have a ton of sacks. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
They're stacked in talent.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap it up with week 2. Oh shit.
Yeah, you're totally freezing up.
Williams, my other fantasy.
I wish you have like horrible Wi-Fi.
Did we lose you, Felipe?
He's just talking to himself over there.
You can hear me, right, Phil?
I can hear you. Yeah, you're fine.
It's him.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear us. All right,
Here you now.
It's you, Brian.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Oh, there we go.
All right.
He's back.
I'm back. I've been here.
Oh, okay.
You're the one that froze up.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, it said it was me. I had to turn my. I'm streaming everything right now, so I got to shut some shit off.
You're like overload the system, like stream like a million things.
All right. Week 2. So we'll go through those quick. We'll do the. Here, let me see here. Taking some notes.
Spread, or do we do straight up?
We were doing spread.
That's what we did last week?
Yeah. So Thursday night, classic Thursday night game. Panthers at Buccaneers. Horrible game. It's gonna be terrible.
Panthers.
-5. Panthers are giving 5.
Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers.
Buccaneers are fucking terrible.
Yeah, I'd probably take the Panthers. I want to take the Bucs just because that's one of those games where it's Thursday and then all of a sudden Jameis Winston's gonna play well, you know.
At home, that would be the game. But
I mean, if Cam shits the bed again and has 6 points, then yeah, they will win.
Yeah.
They also didn't have Mike Evans week 1, so that's gonna be.
They didn't?
I don't think he played week 1, did he? Pretty sure he didn't.
I didn't know that.
Let me check. I'm pretty sure he didn't play. Yeah, he didn't play. Oh, he did play. Okay, I was wrong. Anyway, moving on. Fake news.
Titans giving 3 at the Colts. Titans -3. What was that, Felipe?
Titans.
Titans, yeah.
I'm taking the Colts. Points +3. Yeah, I'll take the Colts.
Okay, I'm thinking Titans.
Chargers -2.5 at Lions.
Chargers.
Oh, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. It's Titans home for Colts, and it was Panthers home for Bucks. I'm sorry. So still, not gonna
I
change that.
still the
I'm
same.
not. Yeah, I'm not changing it. Yeah.
Okay. Chargers -2.5 at Lions. Take the Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers.
Dude,
Can't trust them.
Patricia could be the first coach fired, or I think the Falcons coach.
Or just fire Cliff Kingsbury now and just get it over with, because that's like going to be a disaster.
No, they tied their first game, dude. He's good. He's coaching.
Congratulations.
Like,
What did they say? It ties like kissing your sister. They didn't win. They didn't lose. They just tied. Great. Thanks. They had like 3 points at like going into the
But
first quarter.
he's like the new like hot thing, you know. He's like the.
No, I think they'll be all right. It's hilarious. Like he just looks so lost on the sidelines.
I feel like they need a new saying for kissing your sister, because that's not like a middle ground. That's like pretty just horrible.
A tie is like I don't even know.
I could say something.
Kissing a girl
Yeah, I could say
on a
something. I'm
date
not gonna say it though.
with consent.
Moving on.
Moving on. Yeah. Anyway.
Bills -2.5 at Giants.
Okay.
Wait, what? Say it again?
Bills -2.5 at the Giants.
I don't like taking so many road teams. The Giants suck.
Yeah, Giants suck. Bills are home. It's New
Bills
York.
also suck.
Yeah, they do.
I think
but
Bills
it's
are okay,
like-
dude. Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's pretty solid.
He's
Really?
on Josh Allen. I'm on Lamar Jackson. So we're both like putting these guys in the top 10. I like the Bills too, though.
I'm going Giants.
Oh, okay. You can never pick the Giants as a Pats fan, dude. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's.
That was a rule.
Okay, here we go. Ravens -13.5 home versus Cardinals.
Home? Oh, Ravens. Yeah.
You're gonna think I'm crazy. I'm taking Cardinals plus 13.5. That's a lot of points to be giving Arizona. I would have taken the Ravens hands down, but this is an overreaction to that game against Miami.
Oh, you say we're going to react to it.
I'm taking Arizona plus 13.5.
I'm going to take that too.
All the road teams. We're just taking all the road teams here again.
Felipe, did you pick, Felipe?
That is a lot of points, but I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
All right. That's probably the right pick, actually. Arizona could just be like absolutely horrible, you know.
They could be, but I'm taking them plus 13.
All right, I think we just skip this next one. Patriots -14.5 at Dolphins.
Dolphins. Dolphins all day.
Okay. Cowboys
I mean,
-7,
taking the Patriots, but it's 18.5 points.
14.5.
14.
No, it's eight. I'm looking at it now. It's 18.5. It's going up.
Oh my god.
Sounds about right.
They were just -30 against Pittsburgh. Much better team.
Minus 30?
That's what they won. They would have won if they were -30.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
they
that-
scored 30 point spread.
I
and the
mean, it
Patriots
is
are
in
gonna-
Miami, right? You said so.
Patriots
It's
are going
in
to win that
Miami,
game.
yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, that's a huge.
Patriots are due for a bad game. It's going to be 100 degrees.
I don't know. I don't think Belichick wants to lose to Flores.
Especially after last year. They're not going to lose. They're
They're not going to lose. I'm just saying that's 18.5. That's
You
huge.
saw the documentary. He wasn't even like on it. Like they didn't even show his face. Like Flores didn't even show up at all.
Cowboys -7 at Redskins.
Cowboys.
Yeah, I'll take Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys.
Have we taken any home teams yet? Apparently, everyone's going on the
Titans.
this
We
week.
took the
I took
Titans.
Ravens.
Colts, though.
Oh, you did. You took the Ravens. Okay. I
And
feel like
the
I've taken over
Ravens.
teams.
We took the Ravens. And the Panthers.
Yeah.
Texans home -9.5 for the Jaguars.
At home.
I'm taking the Texans.
They just lost, so I think they'll win.
Yeah, they can't lose 2 games, but both teams can't really lose that game either.
Jags defense didn't look that good last week. I
Still
think-
question mark at quarterback too. So.
Yeah, I don't know how good Michigan is going to be.
I mean,
Houston.
KJ Watt coming at him. I don't know.
Houston.
Yeah, JJ Watt's so overrated now. Like, when was the last time JJ Watt did something and you were like,
It's not
oh
that.
shit?
It's just like the physical, like that size, like rookie quarterback. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take Texans. Steelers -4 home for the Seahawks.
Seahawks. I feel the Steelers are just like gonna be a shell of themselves. They fucking suck. Taking the Seahawks.
Yeah,
Steelers are Steelers are a joke. Like that. Like I don't know. I just have a feeling this is gonna be a very bad season for them for some reason. They came
I'll
out
take
so flat.
I'm gonna take the Steelers.
I think it's a smart pick. I think the Steelers are probably going to win that, especially Seattle's to come all the way across the country. But
And Andy Dalton just shredded them for 400 yards.
yeah, I said the Seahawks. I'm sticking with it.
-4 Steelers.
I'm gonna go Seahawks.
All right. You got some different picks here. 49ers is a game. Like, who's going to watch this game? 49ers -1.5 at Cincinnati Bengals.
This is the game that they show highlights on Red Zone, and you see like every highlight, every touchdown of this game, and then a minute after Red Zone's over, you're like, oh, I forgot that game even happened.
Yeah.
You see like highlights the next day, you're like, oh, I couldn't even tell you what the score of that game was. Bengals.
Yep, Bengals. Just because they're at home.
Yeah.
And what's 1.5?
All right. I'll take 49ers. All right. Late games. Packers -3 home for the Vikings. Vikings visiting the Packers -3. I'll take Packers.
I'm going with the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings too. They look good. They looked good.
Packers didn't look that good, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'll still go with
The
Vikings.
defense was good.
I think it's hard to win 2 division games in a row, especially when those 2 divisional opponents
defense
are
was good against Trubisky.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I take Minnesota.
Chiefs giving 8.5 visiting the Raiders.
I mean,
That's always becoming like the Pats thing too, you know?
yeah, Chiefs.
Yeah.
KC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I think this one.
Here we go. This is a good game. Rams -3 home for the Saints.
I'll take no, I'm gonna take the Saints.
Taking the Rams.
Yeah, I'll take the Saints too.
I didn't think they had that good of a game, honestly.
Yeah, Rams worry me a little bit, and Saints are going to have a lot of momentum going
The
in.
Saints just won. Yeah, I was gonna say just won right now in a big
Wait,
game.
what did you say, Phil? Who were you picking?
I'll stick with the
Orleans?
Rams. I'll stick with the Rams. Yeah. No, I'll
You're
take the
taking-
Rams. Yeah, I'll take them.
Who are you taking? You taking Rams too?
Saints.
Oh, I wrote this completely wrong. Okay.
Wow. I'm surprised by this line if we're going to this game next.
Broncos -1 versus the Bears. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Bears.
Bears. Yeah. Seems like free money right there. Bears +1.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
At
a
home?
game. No, they're in Denver, but I feel like that's a line you jump on now before that swings toward Chicago, because that's going to be like Bears -3 by kickoff.
No.
Yeah.
Like you're getting a point with them. I know they looked bad, but like Broncos are terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is surprising too. Eagles at Falcons is a pick'em.
That's
Makes
a
no
line-
sense.
Yeah, they're now a 1-point favorite. That's a line that really surprises me too. I mean, again, I think you have to take Philly.
Oh yeah, Eagles are far better than the Falcons, especially after this week. Like, I could see if the Falcons won the game, and then you'd be like, okay, maybe it's a pick'em, but
So
Philly.
they've been. I think they're pretty fired up because they've lost to us 2 years in a row the same way. But I think the Falcons have gotten worse. It's like we beat them in the playoffs and we beat them last year. It's like I think the Falcons are going backwards. They don't.
Yeah.
They worried me in that playoff game. I remember being like, "This is gonna be a tough game." And then like last year, I was like, "Okay, this could be." Now I'm like, they don't worry me. I think this is a game the Eagles should win.
you've taken the Eagles too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Finish it off with game of the week, Monday Night Football. Your top games. Browns -2.5 at the Jets.
Wow, what a great Monday night game.
I'm
Browns.
taking the Browns though.
Yeah, Browns.
Yeah.
Jets. I mean, it's home for the Jets, but the Jets. Gase is a terrible coach. Terrible coach.
Yeah, Browns.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Here we go. Podcast episode 16.
Oh shit!
And
No,
he,
wait. We got to go through every college game now too.
okay, yeah, definitely.
All 110 of them.
Oh, I'm just gonna be guessing on that one.
Yeah.
Shit.
Wait,
Um,
who does UMass play this week? Let's just see. I just want to see that. That's hilarious. Fucking terrible.
UMass is terrible.
I don't even know anymore.
They're what?
They're like Division 1, right?
They're
Yeah, they are.
horrible.
They're terrible.
They're 20-point underdogs this week to Charlotte.
Oh, they had someone get drafted at least.
Yeah, Isabella. Yeah.
Did he have a catch?
Let's see.
I have no idea.
I don't think he did, but I'm gonna check.
Yeah,
right now.
Obi. The Patriots. Oh no, he's a Grafton. He wasn't. He didn't go to UMass though.
Who?
He just got dropped.
The Patriots. Obi Minuafu. How do you say his last?
Something like that.
He's from our hometown. Went to our high school.
Yeah, Isabella, 8 catches, 113 and a touchdown.
Ooh.
No, I'm
No.
kidding. He didn't have a single catch.
Like,
Oh, like,
no.
That was Fitzgerald having
No.
like a throwback game. Yeah, he didn't have a catch.
Yeah, Fitzgerald. He's had a sick catch.
Yeah.
All right. Any last words? Any final takes?
Do you want to go over our bets really quickly? We had the MVP picks.
How do you want to go over it? What do you mean?
I mean, everyone did pretty well. There wasn't like anybody who I was like, shit. They're like, we had.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, I think that's fine. If anyone stuck out, then let's.
What did Brady do yesterday? I don't know what his final stats were. I'm assuming he had a monster game.
3 touchdowns, like 360.
Yeah. Wentz had 3. Watson had 3. Breeze had 3.
Rodgers is the one question mark.
Yeah, there's going to be one. There's going to be one that we. And who do we have as defensive rookie? We picked Rodgers, Breeze, Wentz, Brady, Watson,
Mahomes.
and Mahomes. Oh, Mahomes had a big game too.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, we kind of spread it out. And then I don't know how the defensive guy did. It was on the Jets, right? How do we know our like bets? I was going to check really quickly what he did.
I don't know who you picked.
Okay, great. I'm glad he had a tackle. Great, thank God. He's really tore it up.
You picked like C.J. Mosley?
No. Defensive rookie of the year. I picked.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't do anything. Okay, great. Moving on. He's fucking terrible.
All right. I think that'll do it. All right, here we go. Podcast episode. I think I should start calling it episodes now, because now that we're into football.
Yeah.
Episode 16, week 1 of the NFL season 2019, United States of America, National Football League.
Okay. That was.
All right. Thanks, Felipe. Thanks for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully everybody else enjoyed it. Follow us, share, and everybody enjoy the week and enjoy football. All right. Later, guys.
All right. See you guys later.
Yeah.